Good morning, everyone. It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, guys. Please, before I start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash a like on the video, all that sweet stuff. You guys are absolute legends, guys. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Guys, it's a massive day today. It's the biggest day in the English football calendar. It's Manchester United against Liverpool. We're going to be getting into that, guys. As the time ticks away, we are getting closer and closer, guys, to the massive kickoff, guy. And you know what? We could end today in absolutely incredible spirits, or we could be, in the down in the dumps. That is what football does to you at the end of the day. Football is such a mood swinger, isn't it? And today could be the day that basically could be our announcement in the Premier League. It could be a turning point in our season. It can. We beat Liverpool. Anything is possible because you beat a team like Liverpool at Anfield. There's no one else you can't. There's no other team you can't beat because it's the hardest place to go, guys. Absolutely. But guys, we're going to be getting into that. I want to talk briefly about Manchester United. Firstly, I want to talk about this Saudi Arabia Al Sheikh, Turkey Al Sheikh, in regards to a buy and talks with an English club. Now, apparently, Saudi Arabian owner, of course, the Saudi Arabian media guy, the PR guy, the entertainment guy, Turkey Al Sheikh is the one that wrote that tweet a week or 2 weeks ago. And apparently, he is in line to purchase an English football club. Now, this football club has not been revealed. He is in talks with an English football club. Who is this club? Look, guys, I really, really hope that is Manchester United. Obviously, we have to clutch at anything that we possibly can. Obviously, we want the Glazers out. But Turkey Al Sheikh is indeed in for English club. Is he calling our bluff? Was he lying? Was he manipulating? Because he did say on that tweet that he isn't in line to purchase a club, Man United. Well, he's in talks with an English club, an unknown English club. So what is that English club, guys? We would like to know. And I'm hearing over here in the UAE, Turkey Al Sheikh is really interested in the Premier League and really interested in purchasing an English football club, guys. Really, really interesting stuff, guys. Really interesting stuff. Guys, I want to know what you think. What do you guys think about that? Look, you know what? We have to clutch at. We have to clutch at anything. There's no news updates about UAE over here in the UAE. The only thing is that there is an interest in regards to a consortium over here in the UAE. There is a huge interest in regards to a consortium over here in the UAE. One of those consortiums is Elmar. Now, Elmar are a redevelopment company, infrastructure company that basically, if you come to the UAE, especially in Dubai, you will see Elmar everywhere on the buildings, on everything. Anything that's like, listen, the Burj Khalifa, anything that is worth seeing, you will see Elmar on it, guys. Absolutely. And I should know, I lived over here. I lived over here for 3 years. So if they indeed took Man United, it would be incredible because, they build things. They build things. Now, this does beg the question, are UAE looking to invest in the stadium? Because this isn't more of an infrastructure company that are interested in, and it does feed into the narrative that are they interested in just the stadium? It has to remain to be seen because it is Elmar. I'm putting 2 to 2 together here, guys. But in regards to Elmar, they do build buildings, Burj Khalifa and stuff like that. Are they going to be the ones that build Old Trafford, for example? You never know, guys. But look, we have to look at things from every angle. There is something going on at the moment. It is not being revealed 100%, despite there's some people, people on aggregators on Twitter and stuff like to talk a big game. News about David Beckham coming back to Man United. News about Cantona coming back to Man United. At the end of the day, look, it is a good idea to bring back Eric Cantona, for example, back to Man United and David Beckham because when we're looking at Man United at the moment, we don't really have any legends there right now. Look, guys, think about it. What legends do we have at Man United at the moment? Alex Ferguson's upstairs. He's not working with Man United anymore. He's taking a back seat. So what legends currently are at Man United that, can be the influence, can be the inspiration for the new bunch of players, etc. There's no one there, isn't it? So I do think that it will be a good idea. However, we have to be very careful about aggregators, etc., who who are just splurting garbage. And the one thing, I'm over here in the UAE, I'm over here in the Middle East, and trust me, I'll get the news. If anything breaks, I will get the news, and you'll get it here first, guys. So I'm hearing about, obviously, Turkey Al Sheikh over here in Saudi Arabia, that he is interested in purchasing an English football club, and apparently is in talks with an English football club. Who is that? It remains to be seen, guys. But it would be lovely, wouldn't it? It would be lovely. Look, guys, we're at the stage now where we would take anything other than the Glazers. I mean, really, we would. And a full sale, debt cleared is the key. That's it. We're not talking about investing all your money in the team and everything. Just clear that debt, get rid of the Glazers. And, you know, that would be absolutely phenomenal if we manage to do that, isn't it, guys? Absolutely. Now, guys, it is match day. It is Manchester United against Liverpool. Again, I cannot emphasize how important this game is. One of the most important games in the world is Liverpool against Man United. When you're talking about trophies, you're talking about rivalry, historically, etc. It is the biggest game in England, and I know that a lot of people who despise Man United don't like to say Liverpool, Man United is the biggest game in England, but it is the biggest game in England. You can have your Man City, Arsenals, your Chelsea, Man Cities, all these games that you think are big, they're not big. Liverpool, Man United is the biggest game in England. Trophy-wise, historically-wise, organically-wise, built organically. Man United against Liverpool is the biggest game in England, and you cannot deny that. Absolutely not. And it's very important that Man United insert themselves today and implement the tactics, implement themselves properly. We've had a few days, a few weeks, should I say, to prepare for this game. So I expect nothing less than for Man United to turn up today and absolutely tear it apart, guys. I really do hope so. I really do hope Man United exert themselves to the level I expect of a Manchester United team against Liverpool. It's going to be a difficult game. I cannot emphasize enough how difficult this game is going to be. It always is difficult at Anfield. We should know that anyway in regards to the difficulty of a game. But, you know, greatness wasn't built on comfort zones. I will tell you that right now. And we have to try and go out there and prove that we are ready. Stop talking the talk and walk the walk. I'm tired of seeing interviews with Bruno. I'm tired of seeing interviews in general with Man United. I just want to see these players actually winning for Man United. That's all I want to see. Win football matches, talk less. And that is exactly what I said yesterday. Talk less and win football matches, guys. Now, away from that for a second, I want to talk about a bit of transfer news. Now, it does look likely that Casemiro is going to be leaving the football club in the summer. Apparently, an unknown Saudi Arabian team is in for Casemiro, but it's not in the realms of impossibility that Casemiro could go back to Brazil. There's a possibility that can happen as well, but that does depend on his wages. Of course, Casemiro is our most expensive player in regards to wages because he gets 370 grand a week. He's our highest earner at the moment. Now, the only ones realistically who can afford this type of money is Saudi Arabia, of course. And it does look likely that Manchester United will not offer Casemiro another contract, and he could be leaving the football club in the summer, which, guys, it has to happen, to be honest with you. I don't want to lose Casemiro. I think he's been a great player over 15 years, not only for Man United, for Real Madrid as well. But it does look like he'll be leaving the football club and going to Saudi Arabia. I wish him all the best. And I think that Man United do need to move on, do need to think about the next ones through, think about the next generation of players that are coming through. And who are those players? Obviously, there's been talk about a number of players. Carlos Baleba and Adam Wharton are the two players that we've been talking about intensively, and then closely followed by Elliot Anderson. Now, Carlos Baleba and Adam Wharton are two players that Manchester United are very interested in and respect highly. How can Man United do a deal for both Carlos Baleba and Adam Wharton? Now, there's talk that Manchester United may be prepared to offer Kobe Mainoo to Crystal Palace for Adam Wharton. Kobe Mainoo for Adam Wharton. Guys, look, you know what? Is it impossible? It's always hard to do swap deals. It's always hard to do swap deals in football. Of course it is. But you know what? Adam Wharton for Kobe Mainoo, would you do that deal? Now, obviously, Kobe Mainoo's looking to get into the World Cup squad. Going to Crystal Palace wouldn't be a bad thing. You know, if we can try and do that deal in January, maybe do a swap deal plus some cash, maybe. Who's going to get the cash, isn't it? Who's worth more? Who's valued at more money? So, you know, Man United are speaking to Crystal Palace about Adam Wharton, and Kobe Mainoo has come up in the subject, guys, as a swap deal. And Kobe Mainoo goes to Palace. Adam Warden comes to Manchester United, that would be incredible. That would be a huge coup for Man United, in my opinion. I'd be very disappointed to lose Kobbie Mainoo. I would. But it does look likely that he won't be at Man United in January, in my opinion. I feel like he needs to play football. And if he doesn't play from now until Christmas, I don't think he's going to be at Man United in 2026. I think he's going to go elsewhere. Now, will Crystal Palace can Crystal Palace pay his wages? Yes, they can. Crystal Palace are a very well-run football club. Crystal Palace also are very good at developing players. It'd be very good for a player like Kobbie Mainoo to go to Palace and develop further. And you know, Crystal Palace are no stranger to England internationals, as we know, Mark Gui as well, and Adam Wharton. So if you go to Crystal Palace, you've got an opportunity to get in the England squad for the World Cup. That's what I'm saying. And Man United are willing to do a part exchange, a swap deal for Kobbie Mainoo. So that's one to play by ear. That's one to listen out for, because that, guys, you heard it here first, by the way. Before you see it everywhere, the swap deal was on. You were here. There could be a swap deal with Crystal Palace, and that is very interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting to go ahead, guys, because you know it's something that hasn't been mentioned. You know that Man United could use players as leverage for another player, etc. And Kobbie Mainoo is that. But I do emphasize that I'm a big fan of Kobbie Mainoo. I don't agree with letting our youth team players go. It is all about Bruno Fernandes, isn't it? He's playing in that number 8 and he doesn't remove from that number 8, and that's about it. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't budge from that number 8 position, sadly. But yeah, very interesting in developments going on there, of course, guys. Absolutely. I hope you're all doing well. Good to see everyone in the house. I hope you're blessed. Good. Big up, Ephraim. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're blessed. Let me just spooling this down a little bit. 1 second, please. There we go. And there's obviously about the red, of course, guys. So big up, my friend Ephraim. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Sal, do you think let me just read this. Hold on. Sal, do you think we'll have to play today? How do you think we have to play today? Hard to beat. Keep it tight. Open in 20 minutes. Quiet down the crowd, and just go on from there. Nick a goal, and then you never know what can happen. That's what you have to do. And that is what Man United have always done at Anfield. It's not just now. I mean, obviously, we're not as good as we used to be, obviously. But Man United it's not a snatch and grab. But Man United need to go out there and just be hard to beat initially. And then when the opportunity comes to score a goal, put that ball in the back of the net. That's what they need to do. Exactly what they need to do, in my opinion. All bars one. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up, Sal, and the chat. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you so much. All bars one. Big up yourself. Hope you're doing well. UK rap, isn't that? Big up yourself. Big up, William. What's going on, my friend? Let's get it done today. Let's hope the boys shut these dippers up. I want an Amaranth masterclass today. Come on, guys. Look, I would hope that we have prepared intensively and perfectly in regards to this game today. I really do hope that we are on it today. I hope so, guys. I hope that we are ready for this game today, because we've had time to prepare. I know that players have been on international duty, etc., but we have had time to prepare for this game, guys. We've had time to work on tactics, time to work on mentality, how we're going to approach the game. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what goes on there. If we go into the game today and we get stumped on and we do crap and we lose and we get thumped or that, then I would be highly doubtful that there is a future in this completely, because there has been 2 weeks to prepare for this game, right? And nearly. And I hope that we are ready for the game. Absolutely. Big up, William. Hope you're doing well. Big up, Maria. What's going on? How are you doing? Well, hello, Sal. How you doing? Love the channel. Thank you so much. Really good to see you. Thank you. William, let's see how the team's set up. No more excuses this time. Results of United, we stand. Big up, mate. Hope you're doing well, William. Good morning, Sanjay. How you doing? And good morning, the legend, Benny. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Really good to see you, of course. Guys, really anxious, really nervous about the game, guys. I'm looking forward to it, but also I've got cautious optimism. It's like cautiously optimistic about the game. I don't want to get too excited, but I don't want to get too pessimistic too, you know, and that's where I am at the moment. And when the game starts, I'm sure that I will have more of an idea of how I'm feeling and everything like that. Do you know what I mean? And because the opening 20 minutes is very important. Of course, you've got the never walk alone. We never walk alone. Da, 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 da. We got that, haven't we? We don't want any of that. We're going to shut that down, keep that quiet, shove you never walk alone up the backside, and just get on with winning a football match. Because ultimately, that is what it's all about. And the guys, I spoke about something a few weeks ago about what the way Alex Ferguson used to approach team talks, especially massive games. Alex Ferguson didn't used to say much. And that, I mean, obviously, when he would talk, but he wouldn't say much. And one of the key things that Sir Alex Ferguson used to say before a game, he used to say, go out there and enjoy it. Go and enjoy it. And I think that is very important, right? Because there is a lot of pressure on these players. I understand that. I'm not delusional. I know there's a lot of pressure on Man United players. If you can't handle the pressure, you shouldn't be at Man United anyway. But what I would say is that, yes, I think something that we've missed, we haven't enjoyed our football. We got to enjoy our football. That's what we got to do and believe what we're doing, guys. Absolutely. Because if you have that element of positivity and that element of enthusiasm in regards to your football, you will perform better rather than worrying and being anxious. Oh, we're playing Liverpool at Anfield and blah, 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 blah. This can happen, that can happen, that can happen, this can happen. And this is something that I tried to erase from any sort of conversations this week. What will happen to Ruben Amorim? Who's going to replace Ruben Amorim? How are we going to win? We're going to get thumped against Liverpool. We're going to get cooked. All these things that I've been seeing over this last week or so from Man United fans, it's ridiculous because I look at the game. I think what happened last season, I think we've done very well last season, should have indeed won the game. Maguire missed that great chance at the end. And I would say that, you know what, it's not in the realms of impossibility that Man United can go there and do something today. And what a message that would send to the masses if Man United managed to do something today. And that's what I would say, absolutely. Big up, Kenny. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Matchday today, United. Big up, my bro. Hope you're doing well. Big up, Joe. What's going on, my friend? Sal, morning. Do you think we win 2-1? I think we'll win, Joe. That is my prediction. I said that from the beginning. I think Man United are going to win the game. I got a feeling that Man United win the game. Absolutely. Look, guys, I do believe that this bunch of players that are playing for Man United at the moment, that have been at Man United for a while, are at the end of the road. I believe they're at the end of the road. I do believe that there are going to be a number of additions to this Manchester United squad, and a number of players are going to be leaving, going the other way. And look, this is their opportunity, their last opportunity for me to make a statement, to prove to us that you weren't as bad as we all think you are. And believe me, a lot of us do think you've been pretty bad, which you have been. You've embarrassed the Man United fan base. A lot of these players have embarrassed Manchester United, not least losing to Ange Postecoglou in the Europa League final, when we all know what's happened to Ange Postecoglou since then. It's been embarrassing. We lost 4 times to Tottenham last season. Embarrassing. So I don't really want to see any talk. I want them players to repay that debt that they owe us, because they do owe us. They owe us tenfold. They owe us, interest on top of the debt that they've already accumulated. The amount of time they've embarrassed us, because the support of Man United for me is second to none. We have the best support in the world, in my opinion. We have some of the best fans in the world. And I think that Man United, the players should now start repaying that debt, starting today at Anfield, guys. And I don't want them to go into their shell. I know that they could possibly go into their shell. I know what these players are about. But these players are also no stranger to turning up as well. Like last season with Emirates away, 10 men beating Arsenal. They're no stranger to that as well. But they're also inclined to lose against Grimsby. This is what we're talking about with Man United. But I hope today is the day Man United go out there against Liverpool. And you know what? I would love to see Van Dijk's face. I would love to see Arne Slot's face. If we beat them today, it will be an absolute joy to behold, guys. I will be absolutely delighted. And I think that will set us up for a beautiful week, guys. It would do. And imagine the morale it will give the players as well, and the team and the fans. I mean, a lot of people won't be happy. There will be some people who want Ruben Amorim. Oh, he's just delaying the inevitable. He's just delaying the inevitable. Yeah, we know about those fans, don't we, at the end of the day? So... Look, it would be just so sweet if we could do it. If we could manage to do it, if we could manage to pull it off. Everyone is writing us off, guys. Everyone is expecting Man United to lose today. Not me. I'm not. I'm believing, and I think you guys should believe too. And you should hope that we can win the game, absolutely. Because this is not the best Liverpool team of all time. In fact, it's far from it, right? The league is regressed. I don't think the league is very good. I haven't looked at any team this season and went, wow, what a team. Nobody has impressed me this season. Not even your Arsenals. Nobody. I actually feel that is one of the worst leagues in regards to quality there's ever been. Good morning, Tyborg. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Huge day today. So nervous. Come on, guys. Don't worry about it. We'll be all right. We got it. We're in it together, guys. That's one thing we have to say, don't we? Absolutely. William, feeling positive today. Let's have it. Let's have it, William. Come on, man. That's more like it, my friend. Wesley, good morning, Sal. Hope you slept well. Good. Yeah, very well. Thank you, mate. I hope you did too. We just want your thoughts. If we lose today, do you think Ineos will sack Amram? It depends how. I don't really want to think about this, Wesley. Sorry. If it, in regards to that, but obviously anything is possible in football, and we have to be prepared for any scenario. What happens in football? What I would say, if Ruben Amram loses this game, how do I think it would be? It depends how he loses. It depends. If we lose 1-0, 2-1, we played okay, didn't get stumped on, then I think he'd be all right. I think Ineos understand. If we go out there and lose 4-0, 5-0, then I think it'll be problems for Ruben Amram. I really do. I think the key is that if you is not to lose the game and be absolutely cooked. That is what it is at the end of the day. If we lose, anyone can lose at Anfield. Any team in the world can lose at Anfield. There's not, look, you know what? I hate losing at Anfield. I hate losing to Liverpool. It's the worst thing in the world. But it happens. It happened under Alex Ferguson. It will happen under any manager. So what I would say is this. If they implement themselves well, if they do themselves proud, if they go out there and play for that badge, and maybe we will lose 2-1, 3-2, 1-0, and we were unlucky, we were lucky there today, then I don't think anything will happen to Ruben Amram. But obviously, if we get thumped, I think there will be problems for Ruben Amram in the week coming, of course, and not least with the media scrutiny. The media scrutiny is already heavy on Ruben Amram, and it's, whatever people may think, the media scrutiny is too much on Ruben Amram. And to be honest with you, I just want to shut up the media. I want us to zip up the media for 1 week. Wouldn't that be great if Man United beat Liverpool? Because what's their excuse going to be? What's their excuse going to be? They're going to what negative are they going to be? Oh, well, they caught Liverpool at a good time. Probably going to say something along the lines of that, isn't it? Probably going to say, oh, you know what? Man United were lucky. Man United should have done this. Look, there's a lot of things that need to go in Man United's favour today, right? Not least Liverpool's performance, Man United's performance, and that referee called Michael Oliver. He's a big problem at Man United, a massive problem. And it's something that we need to remember, that this referee is not pro Man United. I think he refereed the FA Cup final against Manchester City when we won the FA Cup, if I'm not wrong, and we were pleasantly surprised by his performance. Let's hope that he's more fair in his decisions. I don't want any dodgy VAR decisions, dodgy penalties going in Liverpool's favour, because this is what generally happens. This is what gets them the momentum. This is why they are where they are in the league. This is why they won the league last season. This is what it is at the end of the day. They do have Liverpool in, VAR in their pocket, Liverpool. And I really do hope that Man United counter that. And, we don't. I just hope that at the end of the game, we're not talking about VAR. We're not talking about Liverpool decisions going their way and stuff like that. I just hope that, yes, we won the game. Unbelievable result. Celebrating, good times. And that's what I hope, of course. Wesley, good morning, Tybo. Big up. Nervous also. Big up. Absolutely. Shatter. Big up, man. Big up. We need these Glazers gone. Well overdue. Need a new start, please, Dimitri. I mean, look, you know what? I mean, I know. And one thing I won't do, guys, is because I know there's a lot of people out there put a shake on their thumbnail and have 5.5 billion buyout, blah, blah, blah. I know you know who they are. They put a random shake on their thumbnails and say, buyout Man United, 5.2 billion, bunch of sheep shaggers. I don't know what they are, you know what I mean? And they just, they're just using Man United for clout, and we all know who they are, guys. And I don't do that. Guys. I would like to bring in facts, and I would like to bring stories that I've heard and stories that I think there'd be an element of truth. For example, Turkey Al Sheikh is one of them, that he's after an English club. He wants to invest in an English football club. So that is what I'm going to tell you. Okay, guys. In regards to UAE consortium, whether it's Legatum, whether it's ICD, whether it's Elma, IHC, I would say that, you know what, there's a possibility that this could happen. I'm over here in the UAE. I will hear the news if it happens, guys. Absolutely. And it's very important that people don't fall for the trick and go into their channels with their dead thumbnails with yellow and black and shake. Don't fall for that crap, right? And that's what I would say to you guys. Absolutely, you would know who they are when you see them, all right? And I think that you got to be careful because and put guys, who on earth will put a big picture of an indicator tweet and base their rumors on an indicator tweet? The guy paid Ornstein. The guy paid Ornstein, guys. Let me just tell you that right now. All right, that happens. Media, journalists, they do take the skrilla, and I'll just let you guys know that. Absolutely, Kenny. Same here, William. I'm feeling good about the game. Big up, Kenny. I'm glad you're feeling good, guys. I really am. Absolutely. Sal, whether we win or lose today, give them we lose. We have give them absolutely, Ephraim. Anything is football. Anything is possible in football. But ultimately, what I want these players to come off that pitch today and given everything. Because there's many times with this Man United team that I don't think they've given everything. I don't think they've given blood, sweat, and tears for the badge. There's many times I felt like that, you know. So I want this team to show me that they care today. I want them to be up for it. We know if they give him 100%. We know, right? Anything can happen in football. Football's such a difficult game to analyze sometimes, especially when you talk about Man United and Liverpool at Anfield, because it's deciding on fine margins at the end of the day. You pass left, that happens. You pass right, that happens. And that's what could happen in football. And look, if we give 100%, which should be a given at Man United, it shouldn't even be mentioned at Man United. If we give our best, there's no obstacle we can't overcome, right? If we fight together as a team and we enjoy our football, you know what I mean? Because we are Man United, we are football. William, love your channel, Sal. Top man. Got a lot of respect for you, mate. William, I got a lot of respect for you as well. You're an absolute legend, and I really appreciate you. This community is improving. It's getting good. It's getting big. And you know what? Let's keep it growing. And we will grow together, guys. Absolutely. As we go, because the one thing about this channel, we will always spit the gospel. We always talk about what's real. We won't fabricate. We have contacts. I have my contacts at the club and stuff like that. I won't lie and stuff like that and pretend. You know what I mean? This market's very saturated, but I think what the most important thing is to bring out the enthusiasm, the positivity, and the hope, because that's what it's about at the end of the day. Hope kills you. I know that hope kills you. Absolutely it does. But you've got to have an ambition and enthusiasm in regards to yourself and your football club. And I will always bring that forward to everyone, you know. And that's what I would do, guys. Absolutely. Big up, William. Tybo, Wesley, morning, buddy. Big up, everyone. Wesley. Guys, it's going to take time for this to happen. A couple of months won't be overnight. Wesley, a couple of months, it could be longer than that, mate. In regards to anything that happens, in regards to takeovers and stuff like that, it will take a lot longer than a couple of months. It'll probably take up to a year. It would do. To remove the Glazers, the one thing about the Glazers, which is very potent, is their speed or lack of. They are very slow at doing everything. Even in the transfer market, they're very slow at making decisions, getting things done. Communicating is very important as well. And this is why Man United are so slow at doing deals at times, because there's more than one chef in the kitchen. So we're calling that person to call that person to call that person, waiting for that person to call back, etc. And that has been the Glazers' problem over the years, isn't it? The speed. And not least in a takeover deal. If the Glazers did end up selling this club, you know as well as I do, they're going to be holding on for dear life for every last penny, guys. That's what they're going to be doing. Every last penny they're going to be waiting for. You know what I mean? And it's going to take time, guys. They're not going to let go of this football club just like that. Just like that. Absolutely. No Tommy Cooper. And, I would say that we can only hope, and then as long as they sell at the end of the day, that is good enough for me, you know, and because that's what we've been fighting for the last 20 years. Absolutely. William, no sack talk about it. That is all about beating the Dippers, and only that, go slap them up. That is what it's all about, guys. How do you silence the critics, William? Win football matches. That is the way. And no better team to beat than Liverpool at Anfield. Silence the Anfield crowd. 2016 was the last time we did that. It's about time we did it again, guys. It's about time we silenced the cop. We silenced Liverpool. That is what it's all about as well. Hello, what's going on, Gary? Hope you're doing well. Good morning, Sal. Hope you're well. Good to see you clear that debt. You're right. Absolutely. That is all that matters, guys, for me. Clear the debt, get the Glazers out. Very simple, isn't it? And that is what we need. Clear the debt, get the Glazers out. Imagine a debt-free Man United. I mean, I'm old enough to remember a debt-free Man United. Man United made so much money. We could go out there and buy any player we wanted if we wanted to, but we just didn't believe in doing that, right? And that's what people don't understand. Man United were not the highest spenders, not even the top 5 highest spenders in the 90s, right? And we were winning everything. So we should, in theory, be the highest spenders, right? Nah, we weren't, and that's the thing. We believed in our philosophy. We believed in bringing through youth. We didn't believe in buying success because we didn't. And every bit of money that Man United spent has always been from our own pocket. It's always been organically. It's always been our own money. Man City, they spent money. Yes, they make money now, a bit of money, not as much as Man United. But they were given money to have a platform. So they wouldn't have that platform if they weren't given money. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is at the end of the day. And that's the same with Chelsea. When Abramovich took over, they were given money. They didn't build it organically. Chelsea were no different to Crystal Palace or Charlton Athletic. They were just a mid-table, lower table Premier League team. That's what it was until Abramovich walked in there. They were actually a cup team. Tell a lie. Absolutely. Big up, Gary. Wesley. Tybalt, my son. Big up. Sorry, and getting involved in conversations. Highlight 100% Sal. Talk on the pitch. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Wesley, guys, I think Mainey should play in this game and start. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. I'll be honest, because he hasn't played. And it's very important that you have match fitness when you play in a game like this magnitude. It's not just about fitness. It's about match fitness. I don't think Mainoo has the match fitness for this game and the sharpness for this game at the moment. I think it'd be very wrong to throw Kobe Mainoo in a game against Liverpool away. It will be very difficult to make a stand there. If he hasn't played, for goodness sake, since the Grimsby game. And the thing I would do, I would play Casemiro and Ugarte. I'll play a double pivot, play Bruno as a 10, and Bremo next to him, or just, and that's what I would do. Yeah, I would do that. I play a double pivot, keep it tight. I don't think it's fair on Kobe Mainoo to be thrown in the deep end against Liverpool. It would be absolute suicide, trust me. I want this win for the manager 100%. Big up, William. Big up, Bubba Flossie. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, legend. Hope you're doing good. Good to see you again, of course. Swap deals don't happen much. I mean, you never know. You never know. They don't happen much. Hey, big up Metal. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Tough game today. Hope we get some results. Let's hope so, guys. Imagine Man United win today, 2 points away from Liverpool. Guys, that great Liverpool tie that they're all telling us how good they are. Man United go and win at Anfield today. Wouldn't that be a turn? Wouldn't it be a turn up for the books, guys? Wouldn't it be an absolutely amazing feat, guys? I would love that, of course. Sal, if you have to build for the future from our current squad, only 5 players, only which players you think? Aiden Heaven, Lenny Yoro. How else will I say it? Sesko, Cunha, and Mbumo. Probably. That's about it. But Lemens. I can't do 5. I have to cut out Cunha or Mbumo. So I'll do Lemens. Yeah. That would be my build. No, not many, of course, but yeah, that would be my build for the game for the future. Wesley, Sal, my starting 11: Lamens, Euro, Delict, Heaven, Dorgu, Mainoo, Ugarte, Ahmed. I mean, it would be suicide to play Mainoo. Let me just say that, Wesley. Mainoo is not match fit. Remember that. I don't know if you ever played football, but Mainoo's not match fit, mate. I think Wharton would be a great number 6. Who's coming in? It would be our number 8. Wharton is a number 6, and I mean, hopefully it's Belaber, isn't it? But it's hopefully. Tybalt, what a message it would be to beat them at their own yard. Our position on the table would be a lot better. It could ease the pressure on Amram. It will be an absolute game changer, Tybalt. And morale would raise so much to play for today. There is. It would solidify the myth that it's the system, it's this, it's that, because it will show you that these players can win anywhere at any time. Because if they beat Liverpool at Anfield, that's the toughest place to go. I think it's the toughest place to go in the world. I think Anfield is the toughest place to go in the world. Having seen us at the Bernabeu, the Nou Camp, the San Siro, many stadiums over the world, I think that Anfield is the most difficult place to go. Really is. Absolutely. Big up, of course. Big up, Tyborg. I'd rather walk alone. It's absolutely me too, mate. I would rather walk alone than support them. Absolutely. Sal, I hope Amarim steps up steps up and becomes the man who wants following this match. This game could be a career-defining moment. You know what I would say, Metal? I hope that the players step up because it's not the manager. It's the players that step up, not the manager. The players step up. That's what they should do. They need to step up because they're the ones who've let us down. Not the manager, not Eric Ten Hag, not Ruben Amorim, not Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, not Jose Mourinho. Them. They're the ones who need to step up. They're the ones who need to pay their debt. Because at the end of the day, we've sacked loads of managers and these players have been given opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. It's them who need to step up, definitely. Big up, Metal. 2-1, will we nick a goal at the end? Like no shade would be a great thing, of course, absolutely. That would be it. Scenes, Tyberg, scenes, emotions, limbs, whatever you want to say it. If Sesko gets a last-minute goal, can you imagine the vibes? Can you imagine the scene? Guys, it would be incredible, wouldn't it? Guys, 71 in the house, only 27 likes. Come on, guys, 50 likes before the end of the show. It is breaking dawn, guys. Please don't forget to smash a like on the video. Thank you so much, Benny. You absolute legend. Thank you to the members. Big up the members. Big up the people supporting the channel. Really appreciate you guys. Really do. And guys, don't forget to smash a like on the video. Notifications on, all that sweet stuff, guys. We're growing together day by day, of course, guys. And we're not going to stop. William, yes, Sal. And collection day. Debt collecting, the first payment. Because this, you know what? We got a huge debt. They got a huge debts to pay. Big up, Garrett. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up, my brother. Hope you're good. Good to see you again. Of course, nothing but a win for United. Come on, mate. Look, you guys, if we go out there today and we draw the game, it's not. I just want to emphasize that it's not the end of the world, right? Drawing at Anfield. Arsenal lost at Anfield. Many teams are going to lose at Anfield. We draw today. It's not the end of the world. We move on, and that's it. You know, the key is for Man United is to build a little bit of momentum to get and consistency in our play, in consistency in the results that we bring, because we could win against Liverpool today and lose against West Ham and Brighton and Everton and all those teams. Then it just becomes pointless, isn't it? We got to ensure that this isn't just a turning point for today. This is a turning point for the season. That's what we got. That's what we got to remember here, because there's many a time when we played and we beaten Liverpool, we beaten City away like last season. We've beaten Arsenal with 10 men. But then we lose to Bournemouth 3-0 at Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? And we need to really make a statement today, which will be a massive statement, and then go on a winning run. Not just beat Liverpool and then, our season is over. We beat Liverpool trophy. I don't want that. I want us to go on and build on what we already built. And then, you know what? Overtake Liverpool in that league table. Overtake them. Go on and get that momentum and challenge for that top 4 positions. That's what I would do. Absolutely. Benny, if we beat them today, Slot will be under pressure. I think we can get the result today. Look, you know what? I balance this in a way that, you know what, Liverpool, they're going to lose 4 in a row if they lose to Man United. Man United will win 2 games in a row, which will be ironic, wouldn't it, at the end of the day, guys? And what a way to win 2 in a row than beating Liverpool at Anfield. No better way to do it, is there, in my opinion? And I would absolutely love that. That would be incredible. It'd be a great feeling. And I think the Man United fans deserve it. It's about time that we went to Anfield and we won at Anfield, because it's been too long. Some of us can't remember the last time we won at Anfield, of course. Absolutely. We will go up to 8th on the table if we beat Liverpool, 2 points behind Liverpool. Garrett, 2-1 win for United. Come on, my friend. Big up. Absolutely. My biggest fear is an early Liverpool goal. These players are mentally weak, and if we concede, they will fall apart. It goes without saying, Tybo, but I don't fear nothing, mate. I don't fear nothing. I don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. I'm anxious, but I'm not worried. I'm not fearful. Nothing. No. Nada. Do I trust these players? No, I don't. I don't trust these players. But am I going to waste time worrying? Because what's the point of worrying? I'm not worried. Just go out there and do the business. You know what I mean? And that is the mentality. You need my mentality. If I could run, if I could play football, I wouldn't feel nothing. I'd be like, win. That's it. Roy Keane, Eric Cantona mentality. Win. Fear what? I don't trust these players. But I also understand that there has been a couple of weeks between the last game against Sunderland and this game, and they should all be mentally prepared for this game, not to put a foot wrong. We know they're not bad players, but we know that they fold. I know that. But we've been to Anfield last season. We did ourselves proud last season, and let's hope that I don't want to be hearing any fear about Liverpool because I don't fear them. I don't. All right. They go out there and win that game by hook or by crook. Even if we're second best in the game, go out there and do some damage. Win it. Shithousery. Do it. That's what we need to do. That's how we have to be, guys. We have to believe. We have to believe. You know, and thinking about hypothetical scenarios, what's going to happen in the game is no good. Trust me, Tybo. Don't think about it. You know, what's going to happen? This can happen. You know what I mean? An elephant might fall from the sky. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? We just have to go out there and believe in ourselves. Big up, Sal. Big up, Tyrell Gunner. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I bet you're cheering on Man United today, Tyrell Gunner. I bet you're doing that, of course. Sal, I was thinking now you should have a monthly photo collage on your podcast of our guys here on your podcast in their United tops or our children. I don't know about that, mate. I don't think about putting random children in the back of my feed. I mean, that wouldn't be very smart. Of course, guys. Yeah, look, you know, it is what it is, guys. I would do it for the members, you know, if you want to become a member. William, this game is a massive win needed because we don't want eyes on the manager because that means players get away with it. The players will always throw the manager on the bus. That's the thing, isn't it? That's why these players need to... Come on, Sesko. Big up. Hello, Christian. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Morning. I'm out for the game. 1-0 win. Lamens is our man in the match. One thing about it is that not many people are mentioning Lamens today. I'm very, very confident. I'm more confident than ever because of Senny Lamens. Senny Lamens installs an element of calmness, assertiveness, and basically, how would I say it? Confidence to the back line, to the team in general. There's no substitute for how important a competent goalkeeper is between the sticks. There's no substitute for it. You have to have a competent goalkeeper. And I think we got that for the first time in 15 years. People say, oh, what about De Gea, Sal? I don't think De Gea added that assertiveness and confidence. He made great saves, but I don't think he added confidence in the team. I think what Senny Lamens brings to the team is calm, authority, taking that ball from corners, calming down the fence, grabbing the ball, calming down the fence, get out there. Don't worry about it. Get out there. It's like a Schmeichel-esque sort of thing, of course. Today will be an interesting duo between Van Dijk and Sesko. Absolutely. Stop talking about hypothetical scenarios, guys. Stop that loser talk, guys. Come on. Today will be interesting duo between Van Dijk and Sesko. I can't wait for it. Absolutely. Sal, you could be a good German. Your directness and honesty is so typical German. I come from a very, very tough upbringing, Tyborg. I wasn't born with a silver spoon. You know what I mean? I had a very tough upbringing, and I don't fear anything. And I think this is what's missing at Man United. I think there were a lot of players at Man United that were born with a silver spoon, you know, and I feel like this is the problem with the generations these days, that they want everything too easy, and it was never easy for me. And I would say that this is why I don't fear Liverpool. You think I'm scared about Anfield? I would go on there myself. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't be intimidated one slightest little bit. You know what I mean? And I was in the music industry 20 years. I came from a little town in East London to be working with, you know, platinum selling artists. You know, doing video shoots in Detroit. And with my camera in the middle of the 8 Mile. Do you know what I mean? And I don't really worry. I don't worry about anything. And I just think, like, just go out there, do the thing, enjoy your football, win the football match, do what's good for Man United. And that is what it's all about, guys. Don't worry about what Liverpool do. Because one thing I would do to these players, if I was on that training pitch, I would go to the player, every player individually, and say, did you know that Liverpool, this is what he thinks of you? This guy thinks you're this. This guy thinks you're that. Go out there and show him. Go out there and show him what you're made of today. We know that you're a great footballer. When you were a child, when you started playing football as a kid, you picked up a football. They did the same thing. What's the difference between you and them? They think they're better than you. You They're not better than you. Go out there and show them and enjoy it and make them look stupid. And that is one thing I would say, because at the end of the day, swap that Liverpool jersey with a Southampton jersey, right? For example, no offense to Southampton. How are you going to be feeling? Think like that. Do you know what I mean? And we're playing Southampton at the Dell or something. And the Dell is quite difficult, to be honest, but you know what I mean? Something like that, Big up Tyborg. Sesko gonna leave Van Dijk to dust, absolutely. Hey, big up Paddy, what's going on, my friend? If we are to win this game, Liverpool should not be allowed to score any goal. I mean, I don't mind if they score 10 as long as we score 11, Paddy. At the end of the day, look, winning the game, conceding goals, I'm not too bothered about. As long as we win the game, as long as we don't lose, I think that would be absolutely perfect for us. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Sal, did you play football when you were younger? I was a good player. Yes, I did. I played for Hornchurch and in the lower leagues. I also played for Leyton Orient for a little bit. I've done a couple of things. I was on trial at Leyton Orient, should I say. I played a couple of youth games. Played a couple of youth games for Tottenham as well. Yep. Absolutely, guys. Tyrell, but you must be happy for the season, not playing exceptional, but this league is really, really poor. I'll be honest with you. It is like if you didn't see the Premier League in the 90s, if you compare the Premier League now to then, it's so night and day. The league is so poor now. It's unbelievable. I haven't looked at any team this season and thought, wow, what a team. What a team they are. Not like even Arsenal, right? When I used to watch Arsenal back in the late 90s and the turn of the century, I was like, wow, Arsenal, good team, innit? I used to be like that. Do you know what I mean? Arsenal. And we were better, but I used to look at Arsenal and say, well, Arsenal are a good team, innit? They're a world-class team. They're a proper team, innit? I don't look at Arsenal and say, wow. I don't look at Man City and think, wow, or Chelsea or Liverpool. I think, meh, like that. I'm like that. You know what I mean? It's, league has regressed. William laments to be a brick wall today. Come on, my friend. Come on, William. That's like what I like to hear. Liverpool will have well lucky this season. Nothing to fear. Absolutely. Nothing to fear, guys. Absolutely. Nothing to fear, guys. I love that. Big up Benny. Big up William, of course. We don't have anything. Need Roy Keane in the tunnel shouting at them. He'll probably scare them off, knowing the snowflakes. But yeah, look, I've said it before. We need a Cantona, we need a Roy Keane. Look, people talk about, legends at the club and blah blah. Man United, and I said at the beginning of the show, Man United don't have any legends at this football club. We used to. Did you know that Sir Bobby Charlton used to train with the class of '92? He used to get involved in training and stuff like that. Did you know that? What kind of that? I mean, what does that bring to the football team? Now, what that brings to the football team is that feel for Man United. We are Man United. That is what it brings, and we don't have these characters around Man United. Who can make that? Who can be that character at Man United? Eric Cantona, someone like that, someone of that ilk. Dennis Irwin. You know what I mean? These kind of characters at Man United. Paul Scholes, David Beckham, for example. I mean, imagine in training, right? Imagine it's training at Man United and at Carrington, and you get the likes of Beckham, and you get the likes of Irwin, and you get the likes of Cantona and Keane getting involved in the training. Imagine what that would do. I think that is such a game changer. That will flip it around. I'm telling you right now. Imagine Keane, Scholes, Beckham, Irwin playing in training with these current Man United players. I guarantee you guys, they will learn a thing or two. I guarantee they will learn a thing or two. I'm telling you right now, it wouldn't be a bad move. Big up Benny, big up Tybor, big up everyone. Wesley, Sal, I chance is very slim to win today. You know who is refereeing the game. I don't care. Honestly, Wesley, I don't care how slim it is. I don't care. Stop talking about slim this, losing this. We're going to scare this, scared of this, heads drop this, fear this. Stop it. Stop it. You have to be an inspiration to your son. Win. Win. That is what it's about. Stop. Oh, I'm scared of Liverpool. I'm going to Anfield. Oh, Michael Oliver. Deal with it. Deal with it. Everyone was saying the same thing against Man City in the FA Cup final. What did we do? We won. When Manchester bloody United. We come from the Munich disaster. Why are we worried about them? In all due respect. Never worry. Don't worry about it. Go out there and do the business. And that's what it's about. Not worrying about hypothetical scenarios. What's going to happen? Because I'm not. I'm just worried about focused on winning. And that's it. You know, because if we don't believe, who on earth is going to believe? If we keep bringing hypothetical scenarios, it plants the seed for negativity. You know, and we need to, yes, anything could happen in football. I understand that. Anything could happen in football. But I'm not going to be looking at Liverpool, just like I didn't last season when we should have won and we drew 2-2. I'm not going to be looking at Liverpool and thinking, oh my goodness me, you know what, the heads are going to drop Michael Oliver. I mean, I know Michael Oliver is a big problem. I do know that. I know that. But I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about it. I want to think about the positive that could possibly happen today. What is the positive that can happen today? Not heads drop. I fear this. I fear that. I fear this. You know what I mean? You're definitely not positive, Wesley. I know positive. I mean, you've spoken just about negative so far to this morning about, oh, the heads are dropped. Oh, Michael Oliver. Oh, you know, I don't believe in this. You know, come on. We have to build it up, mate. Build it up. Be confident. Inflict that inspiration. Inspire. Believe. It's the most important thing in life. Trust me. You know, and I know that anything can happen. I know it's tough. Greatness wasn't built on comfort zones. Let me tell you that right now. You want to build greatness, you're going to have to go out your comfort zone, right? You're going to have a little bit of difficulties and adversities. That's life. Let me tell you. And Man United have not lost this game, right? This game hasn't even kicked off. And many people are talking like we've lost this game, right? Let's do it, guys. That's what I would say. Benny, I say this is care about the legend at the Cold Cliff training with players, both Nobby Stiles, Bobby Charlton, Laura Paddy, current legends of Man United. Yeah. Man United need that back. That's something that Man United need to do. It's something that we haven't had. Obviously, God rest Nobby Stiles and Bobby Charlton. They're no longer with us. Right? So whilst Cantona and Beckham are with us and Scholes, use them. Use their experience. You know, because I think either Cantona and Keane are important, very important. Cantona, Keane, these kind of people, I think it's very important. Even Schmeichel, to an extent, coming back to Man United. You know what I mean? I think these players are very important that we should use them because they've won everything. Do you know what I mean? William, if you don't believe, you might as well watch cricket. You've got to have a thick skin to be a United. You've got to have thick skin in life in general. And it's not like, look, if I was a manager, I'd be saying the same thing. If you were my players, I'd be saying the same thing. This will be my team talk. This will be my team talk to you guys. This is my team talk for today, guys. This is my team talk as us fans. You know, important about positive energy and getting the game done today and going out there and believing in the game today. Hypotheticals, I don't care. As I said, you know what I mean? Look, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, hypotheticals mean nothing. What you're going to do today, this afternoon, is what matters. And, winning the game is what matters. That's it. That's on my own focus. All I see in my head right now is a last-minute Sesko goal. All I see in my head right now is snatch and grab, John O'Shea. That's what I see in my head today. Right? I see that I think about ways we can win the game. How are we going to win the game today? Forget about what these players are, what they've proven. I know. Today, I would say today's the day that they're going to repay our debt. Today's the day they're going to show us that they mean business and they don't just talk about being the best. They're going to prove it today. And we're going to have a good week today. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I would say to you. And I would go on any stream, any content creators page, and I'll say the same thing. I will back this team. I'm not going to come out and say, oh, you know what, we're going to lose to... I mean, I'm happy if we lose today. I'm not flex. You know what I mean? Pretends to be a Man United fan. I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? I'm actually a Man United fan. Do you know what I mean? Ephraim, Sal, imagine if we win a clean sheet at Anfield. I don't care about clean sheets. I don't care about that. I care about winning. That's it. As I said, 11-10, 5-4. If we win and we're on the winning end of that scoreline, that's all that matters, absolutely. So if a topic, what happened to John, the TV pundit? John who? Who's the John, the TV pundit? I don't know who John is. Who's John? I'm not sure you mean Garrett. Yeah, clarify, mate. Benny, as Oddball said in Kelly's Heroes, less of those negative ways, man. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I could talk about negatives all day long. I could talk about hypothetical scenarios all day long. And believe me, these players are giving us a lot of reason to come out with these kind of analogies and these kind of hypothetical scenarios. But I'm not going to do that. And I'll never do that. Not on match day. Not on match day. Because imagine I was in the coach on the way to Anfield with the football team. And I carry on talking about, you know what, these players, you don't drop your heads, guys. Please don't drop your heads, guys. Don't drop your heads, guys. Please, guys. If they score, don't drop your heads. If they score, F them scoring. What are you going to do, guys, today? How are you going to win this game today? I can't wait for you to score a goal. Sesko, you're going to smash it today, mate. I'm going to see you score a goal today. You're going to prove the doubters wrong. You're going to level on goals with your carers today. And you know what I mean? And these kind of things, you know what I mean? And, you know, winning at Anfield, guys, go out there, win at Anfield, use the atmosphere to your advantage, guys. You can flip things. There's people who crumble under pressure and noise and intimidation. There's people who use intimidation as fuel. And Man United used to use the Anfield crowd as fuel to win, to silence them. You know, we need to do that again, guys. We need to do that. Today is the day. Today is the day, guys, that we get this going, guys. 55, guys. 5 away from 50 likes, guys. What is going on with you guys? Please, guys, don't forget to smash a like on the video. If you guys can do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic, guys. Don't forget to smash a like, please. We need to get to 50 likes minimum. Look, guys, it's an emotional show. I'm passionate. It's Man United against Liverpool. The biggest game in the English calendar. This is what it's about. This is why we're here, guys. What's the point? This is why we're here. This is why we are Manchester United. This game today. When we weren't winning anything, we stopped Liverpool winning a treble when they were winning everything, guys, in the late 70s. We stopped Liverpool winning a treble. You know, so this is nowhere near that Liverpool side. And you know what? That Man United side were absolute banter. They just got relegated. And when they got promoted, they stopped Liverpool winning a treble. Right? The best Liverpool side of all time, Champions League, European Cup winners, a lot. Right? They did it. Man United against Liverpool is the great equalizer. Right? Because I believe that when we go into this game, whether it was in the 90s, whether it's 2025, you know what? It's 50-50. It's 50-50 because Liverpool gets Man United, and the history involved in Liverpool Man United is a completely different kettle of fish. You know what I mean? I don't fear anything. I don't fear nothing. I don't fear Liverpool. I don't fear us conceding a goal. I don't fear anything like that. I have to believe. And if you don't believe, what's the point? You know, I would say, what's the point? You know, what's the point of being pessimistic? Doesn't help anything, does it? You know, it doesn't help anything. You have a cautious optimism. Cautiously, don't put your heart, everything. But one thing you do in modern day, in competitive sports, there's always a way. When there's a will, there's a way, guys. You know, when there's well, I'm sure when Wimbledon went to the 1988 FA Cup final against that great Liverpool side, everyone was saying that Liverpool are going to lose. Wimbledon are going to lose, excuse me. Everyone was saying Wimbledon are going to lose that game. Everyone. We all know what happened, don't we? You know, football is a great equalizer. That's it, you know. William, we ain't what we was, but the badge is the same. We'll get there. Come on, guys. Big up, William. Love your positivity this morning. Big up, Phil. What's going on, my friend? Philip, what's going on? Morning, Sal. 2-0 for United today. Today, minimum. Get that goal difference back to 0. Absolutely. Guys, this is another thing. We do need to start scoring some goals, don't we? Let's score some goals today, guys. Let's make it happen. Let's score some goals. We've got a great attacking lineup, guys. I'm sure Liverpool don't want to play against Bremo, cutting in and bending that ball into the top corner, guys. That is what it's all about. Do you know what I mean? Great show. Big up, William. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to smash a like. Wesley, Sal, my favourite uncle is a Manchester United fan, and he tells me United gives a person stress and grey hairs, but he is confident we will win today. Yeah, look, guys, I guarantee you that half my grey hairs on my head are because of Man United. Because of Man United. The greys on my head wouldn't be there. right? If I weren't for Man United, watching Man United for nearly 40 years of my life, these grey hairs wouldn't be here. You know, so I blame Man United. They should pay for my hair transplant. If it disappears, they should pay for it, in theory. But I would never change any minute of it. And I would never change the games, the memories. And yes, it was painful sometimes. It was nerve-wracking. Guys, I don't know about you, but 98-99, we had the most amazing season in our history, right? But tell me, guys, how stressful was it? It was stressful. It was stressful. Whether we were 2-0 down against Juve, right? It was horrible, right? We're 1-0 down against Bayern Munich with a minute to go. I mean, it was horrible, guys. I traveled to Munich, guys, in a coach, to Barcelona, sorry, in a coach for the Champions League final in 98-99. On a coach. No hotel, nothing. Beach business, clubbing business. You know what I mean? After the game. And look, guys, you know, what I would say is that I would never change a minute of it, even though it was bloody stressful. Bloody stressful. Because when it's stressful, it matters. That's when it matters. I would say that if you're not nervous for a game, if you're not stressed out for a game, and I'm not talking about fear here, I'm talking about nerves, then it doesn't matter. You know, and that's one thing I would say about it. Guys, I want to thank everyone. Big up Wesley, love you, brother. Big up yourself. Hope you're doing well. Good to see everyone. Much love to everyone in the stream, guys. Really appreciate everyone. Big up Benny, you legend, of course. See you later, guys, for the watch along. See you later for the watch along, guys. Hopefully we do the business, guys, and I believe we will, guys. Have a great day, great evening, great night, wherever you are in the world. Glory, glory, Man United. Let's do this, guys. Come on. It's make or break. Take it easy, guys. Peace.